According to some experts, transitions tend to be an accumulation of wasted time, not to mention a chance for chaos to ensue. And why wouldn't they be? In my site visits, I've witnessed children struggling to stay quiet and in line, despite the fact that both are unnatural for them. I've witnessed teachers struggling to keep children quiet and in line, using everything from raised voices to threats and bribes. But none of those is a great option, not the least of which because they simply don't work with young children. And the result? Frustration for both you and the kids, and an accumulation of wasted time. But it doesn't have to be that way. When handled in imaginative and developmentally appropriate ways and planned as other parts of the program are planned, they won't be accompanied by chaos. I mean, why fight to get the kids to move quietly up a flight of stairs when you can challenge them to pretend to be climbing a mountain? Or if that still results in too much noise for you, you can lead the children in a game of follow the leader, tiptoeing up the stairs or pretending to be weightless astronauts. Another of the benefits of planning transitions is that they can be used as yet another opportunity for learning. Not only will the children bring satisfactory closure to activities, also successful transitioning teaches them to move easily into and out of group situations. These dynamics naturally entail cooperation and consideration, which are important social emotional skills, and the children learn to follow directions. And transitions can easily be linked to curriculum content, adding continuity and the repetition necessary for young children to cement the information acquired. Finally, transitions offer opportunities for problem solving, creativity, and self expression, and we can't ever have too much of those. They're among the skills we can be certain kids will need in this rapidly changing world. So, because transitions usually require moving from one place to another, and music is a common partner of movement, as well as being mood altering, movement and music are what I recommend as the perfect instruments for transition times. Children love movement and music, so that alone helps turn transitions into pleasurable experiences, even something to look forward to. Movement activities, songs, and finger plays provide a focus for the kids during transitions, hold the attention of waiting children, and are easily tied to curriculum content. Also, transitions present chances for additional experience with movement and music, two subjects today's teachers often have trouble finding ample time for. On this channel, I'll offer suggestions for transitions that include moving from place to place, arrival, cleanup, heading to snacks or lunch, preparing for nap or rest time, and departure. And all will be chaos free and learning filled. But to start, here are some general tips for teachable transitions. 1. Remain calm and collected. If you appear unhinged during transitions, children will become unhinged too. On the other hand, if you move slowly and speak softly, they will respond in kind. 2. Make any necessary preparations in advance. If children are transitioning to lunch, for instance, they shouldn't have to sit at the table waiting. The meal should be ready as they're concluding their prior activity. By the same token, if the transition is going to involve a prop or maybe a finger play, have it ready beforehand. 3. Where any movement experience is concerned, an understanding of and respect for personal space is essential for success. The children should know that they aren't to touch one another unless it's a specific part of the activity. You can explain the concept of personal space by asking children to imagine they're each inside their own giant bubble. Then have them practice moving without bursting anyone else's bubble. An alternative is to explain that while cars on a four-lane highway might be moving near one another, they never get close enough to touch. The goal is for the children to move in a similar manner. 4. If the transition involves taking turns, such as those relating to toileting or donning outerwear, be sure the same children aren't always chosen to go first. For example, one day you can assign brown-eyed children to go to the coat room first. The next day, all children wearing blue can go first, with children born in January asked to lead on the following day. Children aren't great at waiting turns, but when experience tells them they're going to get one, they will learn to wait. 5. When you're using finger plays or transitions, you'll first want to demonstrate the actions while speaking or singing the words yourself. You can then repeat the process, encouraging the children to perform only the actions. On the final repetition, the children can choose to do one or the other or both. 6. When you're using songs for transitions and you're going to want the children to sing along, repeat the song as often as necessary, assuring the children that you don't expect them to sing along until they feel comfortable doing so. Often, young children won't sing a song until it has become as familiar to them as an old friend. You're now ready to make teachable transitions part of your daily experience. My first video on the subject is about transitions involving moving from place to place. Enjoy.